the other person and you're not happy with yourself or with the situation?
It would be a miserable relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so in the fact that this piece of paper says seasons change, people don't. If a season's changed, like from summer to winter, you would take off the bathing suit and put on a coat. So in a relationship, seasons change, people don't. So in the relationship, seasons are going to change in the relationship, but the people are going to basically be the same.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of your life, after you have gone through 10,000 seasons, you're going to leave this earth the same as you were when you came into the life, but you have experienced a whole lot. Am I saying a whole lot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. Let's just do it. Let's try to get another one too to see if it will coincide with that. Let's see. I love this. I love it. I love it. Okay, what we got?
Sit back, hold tight. Everything's going to be
I love it. I love it. What are you going to do? I love it. That's the thing. This is probably one of my most favorite sayings because it says everything that you can possibly say in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 words. Sit back, hold tight, everything's going to be all right. So when you're going through these times I'm talking about tonight, I was making tonight's show, don't oppose your life. Okay. Don't oppose your life. Don't oppose your life. Sit back, hold tight, everything's going to be all right. So let's say you're involved with a guy and you're in a very troublesome, relationship. It's not going along like you would like for it to. That's typical.
Mm-hmm.
But let me see. Let's just think about it a minute. All right. You're not communicating. That would be a thing. You're just not communicating effectively. Now, according to this, and this is in the back of your mind, but what kind of measures could you take knowing fully well that seasons people don't change, seasons do. What could you do to improve that relationship? What would you do naturally?
You can't really do anything. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. You can't change it. You can't force it. You just have to, like you said, be where your feet are and take it day by day.
Very good. So you just said sit back, hold tight, everything's going to be all right. So the relationship is going to either evolve or dissolve of its own. Okay. Now, am I relieving you or the other as a participant in the relationship?
No, if it dissolves, then you have something else in your future that's going to come up. And that's going to come up after you let go of that. And if you hold on to it, then it can't come into your life.
Ain't she smart, Sandy? Wow. Well, let's see what else we can do to better add some more insight into this. Let's throw some dice and get some numbers going on.
Throw them?
Any way you want to, darling. What you got? You got a 4. You got a 4. So where do we want to go with a 4? Let's see if we want to go with, let's try a 4 and a tarot card. You want to? Let's see. Let's do a 4 tarot card. Let's see. Let's look at a 4. First 4 I come to, I'm going to take it, okay?
Okay.
I think I went over it. No, that was a 3. First 4 I come to, sweetie. We're going to get a 4 sometime, aren't we? Tell me if you see one. Well, there are 4. There we go. 4 of Swords. Let's see what 4 of Swords is about. You want to?
Yes.
That's what we're talking. We have thrown some dice. We've gotten 4. Tonight we're talking about seasons change. People don't. Sit back, hold tight. Everything's going to be all right. And don't oppose your life. So we're looking for the 4 of Swords. You want to read? Just at random, let's see what it says.
Divine law governs every action that takes place in the universe. Nothing happens by chance, nor are there any accidents. No words.
Now, I got to emphasize that. I'm going to ask you to read that again. Because, don't you love it? Now that book on any page could have said anything. We could have pulled any other card because there's the Four of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands. But this one is the one we pulled. Okay, read it again. That first line.
Divine law governs every action that takes place in the universe. Nothing happens by chance, nor are there any accidents.
Okay, divine law. So even though that young boy this morning that I was talking about that broke the law, he broke the law of the land, and he's in prison for 38 years. There was a divine law that's higher than that, that's running everything. So even though he's living out his life according to the law that he broke, in the divine law, he is serving a much higher purpose. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead.
No words are spoken that are not meant to be spoken, nor events occur that are not under divine direction. Nothing just happens. And by the pulling of this card, it implies that one is standing at the crossroads, wondering why, the whys and wherefores of his particular situation and or destiny.
Okay, so when someone is opposing their life, we are asking the whys, the wherefores. What else was it? Whys, wherefores?
Particular whys and wherefores.
Okay, the whys and the wherefore of the particular situation. So a person would know if he is not flowing, he or she is not flowing in his life because he has started to ask why this happens. And in life, we do that all day long. You know, I could ask why I checked into a motel that the mattress was as hard as the top of this table. Right. Okay? And in fact, you know, it did occur to me, being a real good chain, why they would choose that mattress factory, but that's their business. You know what I mean? And I needed to lay on a mattress as hard as this last night, but I'm being facetious. The point is, when we start asking why something is happening in our life, what we're really doing, Faryn, is whining. We're whining because we don't want to look at what's actually taking place. We want to keep whatever's going on and it not be disturbed. So we have to go through those things that are uncomfortable. I think this sit back, hold tight, everything's going to be all right. This indicates to me, sit back and hold tight, that it's almost like a ride at the fair. Isn't that what you're hearing too? You know, we're going to get these bumps and lumps and jumps and all that. Okay, go ahead. Let me hear some more of that. I like it.
We say thou art precisely where thou art because thou deemed it so.
Ah! You mean you called your life into existence? Mm-hmm. You mean that you're living your life exactly and precisely and divinely as you called it into existence? This is the one that you needed. And the people that's involved with you are the ones that you need to be involved with because you have lessons to learn and experiences to feel. Huh. Mm-hmm. And me too. How about you, Sandy? She's shaking her head, yes. All right, go ahead, honey.
No more, no less. There is no such thing as luck.
Ah! I heard that. We better not tell the casino, have we?
No other person gets the breaks. No one has it easier than thee. Nor is life unfair, as thou mayest very well be seeing it as such. It is not what has happened to thee that caused thee to become hard, cynical, and non-trusting, but because those chose to ignore the very essence of thy true being and look outside thyself to blame others for their own heart.
Now you go ahead and tell me about that. Tell me about blaming something else or somebody else. Tell me, honey.
Because it's easy to look at our own situations, say you're broke, you don't have a house, you need this, you owe bills, and it's easy to look at someone else and say they caused that. It's easy to look at your mother and say she didn't raise you right. It's easy to look at your boyfriend and say that he's not there when he needs to be there, and it's easy to look at others, but to blame it on ourselves would just piss us off. Okay. To think that we had the control to control it, I guess.
Okay.
Not so much control it, but we contribute to our own unhappiness.
I like that word. That's a good word. Contribute. That's a big word. That's got about, let me see, contribute. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 letters in that word. That's a big word. Contribute. That's a real good word because control. Did you have any control of being born? Are you going to have any control and you are going to die, we all are, do you have any control over that? Do we not every day live with death right here on our shoulder? Do we know when we're going to take our last breath? Or did we know when we were going to take our first? So why do we spend so much time thinking we have control in this life? When that first line again, what does it say?
Divine law governs every action that takes place in the universe.
That is divine law. And it is happening in and through you. But you have the ability to get with that law. You really do. And how you do that is say, okay, whatever happens in the run of a day is supposed to happen. Nobody's going to cheat me. I cannot be cheated. It's impossible to be cheated. Nobody's going to abandon me, because if a person leaves my life, he or she is supposed to have left my life. I'm not abandoned. I'm still completely whole. I'm exactly what I was before he or she left. I have experienced the union, but I'm still here, complete. So I'm not abandoned. I'm not neglected, because who's taking care and minding my ship except for me? The subject is you. You are the subject, okay? So the whole deal is getting in touch with what it is that's going on with you and in your life. And the only way that you can see those things, whatever's going on in here, our life, now you can see this stuff, I really love it. I love all this and more too. But our life, our outward life, is an outward manifestation of an inward feeling. Whatever's going on in here is going to go on out here. So if I've got a bunch of cantankerous people that I can't get along with, it's because what? I'm at unrest within myself. I love that. Faryn, let's try another. Let's try a little bit of Alice in Quantum Land, Robert Gilmore. Okay? He's a writer that I've enjoyed in the past. I just pulled this off my shelf this afternoon before I came here. Okay? Just thumb through it and pick anywhere you want to stop. Anywhere and point to it. Let's see anywhere you want to read, baby.
That part of your life was rather like a road which zigzags up the side of a hill, climbing first to the east, then doubling sharply back to run toward the west before turning to the east again.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do when you just open up a book and it absolutely defines it? Huh? What are you going to do? I love it. I got to read that again. I got to see that book. Where was it, honey?
Right here.
That part of your life was rather like a road which zigzags up the side of a hill, climbing first to the east, then doubling sharply back to run towards the west before turning east again. So our life is not one straight line, according to that. It's going to go zigzag, 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 and go to the west. Which way is west? That way?
Yeah.
And then it said it's going to zigzag, zigzag some more before it turns back east again. Mm-hmm. So if we took that would be kind of like a spiral if you would do that. Do, like that. Sort of like that. Okay. Let's look at the astrological chart. Let me see, Faryn. Your birthday is your Cancer. July
11th.
1986. So we have a 7. This is numerology. We'll be going over this each week. 8 and 6 is 14, 15, so that's a 6. So we have 6, 11 and 6 is 17, and 4 is 24. 24. This is the number of art and music and voice. Of course, it's the number of cooking too. And I know for a fact you love to cook, because I'm a firm believer that music and food go together, and art does too. So we have the number 24, which is a 6. Let me see. I think I'm going to do 24 though. Let's go some cosmic therapy through art. You want to? And see what that is. 24, honey. Whoop. Get out of here. All right, Sandy, where'd you tell me to put this? Okay, right here? Have I got it in the right position? Okay, can you see it? All right. Describe this picture. Faryn, what do you see?
Pile of wood.
Okay.
And
There you go.
Some bricks construction, maybe,
All right.
in the middle of a piece of land.
All right. Number 24. Let's go with it, honey.
Finding your abode.
What does that say?
Finding your abode.
Would that be finding your place in this world?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be what that would be, Sandy? Finding your abode. I like that word, abode. Let me see what that is, numerology. Hold on just a minute, honey, because I like the sound of that word. 6 and 5 is 11, so we got 12 and 6. That's a 18. That's a 9. Finding your completion, because I'm going to that next. That's something, because I was going to go to this astrology chart before I changed that. But anyway, let's go here.
How many times have you asked yourself, where am I supposed to be? What am I supposed to be doing?
Stop. How many times have you asked yourself? What's the question?
Where am I supposed to be?
How many times have you asked yourself that in your lifetime?
I don't know, a lot.
Okay, how many times have you asked yourself, where am I supposed to be? Now see, Paula Andrea, that's me, is supposed to be here, 7:03 on May the 24th, 2008 at URTV. That's where I'm supposed to be. My feet are supposed to be crossed. I'm supposed to be wearing some white sandals. I'm supposed to be kicked back and relaxed in this red dress, talking to Faryn and having Sandy on the side and talking to you. That's where I'm supposed to be. Where are you supposed to be? Next one.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Okay. What are you supposed to be doing? Do you feel like that you are not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Is there times during the day that you blink and you miss those vital clues? Where are the clues located? They're located as close as this box right here, or the cup of coffee that you drink every day. Anything can be a clue, anything, but you have to look. For example, stop right now, let me see, let's do it. Okay, look to your immediate left. Don't go more than 5 feet. What do you see? Sandy, what do you see? Call it out. Faryn, you too. 5 feet.
Chairs.
Chairs? Yours is chairs. Okay, Sandy? Recording equipment. Okay, and me, I see a camera. So, chairs, go ahead, relate to me, sweetie. What's chairs got to do with your life?
Sitting down, waiting.
Okay, so you're saying there's a part of your life that you're waiting.